Well, I wouldn't really say there was a balance.
Really?
The Nigerian obviously took over. And I think it was fine because the kind of dancing we wanted to do anyway was, yeah. We had a session, we actually had planned that we'd have sessions where the bride's family is called out to dance, the groom's family is called out to dance. So when the bride's family was being called out to dance, they did Kikuyu songs. And also when we were coming in to the reception, like the ladies who came to pick us from the car, they were singing Kikuyu songs, and then he was looking at me, he's like, I don't know what to say. I tell him, just bite your tongue. And showing him how to dance. It was funny. Funny thing is I can actually blend more with Nigerian music than you can with Kikuyu music because he was so clueless. Yeah, so but once we got into the reception, it was mainly Nigerian music.
We had that,
over.
but we had specifically told the band like we want a mixture of like both Kenyan music and Nigerian music. So we actually had to get someone special to do the Kikuyu part of it. And then during the reception at some point they did some Kenyan music, but because they're mainly Nigerian, of course, and Nigerians are the ones who do a lot of the dancing.
Yeah.
So that kind of, it overshadowed just a bit. A tiny bit.
Yeah.
Wow, so you want to talk about the Nigerian influence? Because number one, even the choice of doing the hall, I mean, it was the part of rain, but also that was very, very Nigerian culture. We rarely, I've never seen actually a garden wedding growing up in Nigeria, but I know they have some somewhere. But mainly we do them in the hall. We do a lot of light work. So even just the theme of the hall, if you look at the reception, with the light work and everything, the way the stage was designed, we actually, when we met with the decoration guys, we like showed them some Nigerian photos. Like we want to do our wedding like Nigerian style theme decoration. So beginning from that alone, there was a lot of Nigerian influence. And when we do weddings in Nigeria, it's something we call in my language Ashoebi. So that's mainly specific material clothes are made for like maybe the side of the bride or the side of the groom. So they actually go sometimes and actually make like we call it ashoke. It's like some heavy material that ladies wear. So you go to like the local guys in the village and they actually like use threads to weave like a special design for your wedding. So we had a bit of that. If you could tell, if you like see the wedding clips at the reception, you could see people from my side. You see some ladies wearing similar clothing style. So that's very common in Nigeria. Actually, if you go to a typical Nigerian wedding, you could have like different parts of all the reception, people are all dressed the same. Like everyone from my side wearing the same, they get like an attire. Everyone from my side, people from my office can decide they're making their own attire. So we had a lot of that. So we had a bit of that in our wedding, not as much. People from my side did like the traditional wear part. We had choice of music. It was like the band was, they're completely Nigerians, everyone there, although we still did like a Kikuyu session, they did Swahili music too, but there's a lot of Nigerian influence in that. And in our parties, we dance a lot.
Oh, yes.
In Nigeria, we dance a lot. So if you look at the reception, there was a lot of singing and dancing. It's like pretty much commercial break, dance, commercial break, dance, commercial break, dance. That's pretty much how we do it. And we pretty much didn't even do it fully, like in a typical Nigerian wedding. So after some point, we tried to do a balance, but after some point, maybe like at 8, we'll go out, change from the English dress, wear like a traditional Nigerian wear, and come back into the reception hall and dance for like 4 hours. Now it's just dancing, so we have people with like, in my culture, like the Yorubas, we have people like the talking drums, and then everybody's spraying money and just dancing, like eating, and that goes on for like the next 4 hours, and that's all that keeps going on. So that's not very common here in Kenya, so we try to meet somewhere in between. So the wedding did extend late into the night, but we did a lot of dancing. Of course, there was the spraying of money. So that happens a lot, and it happens. I actually used to enjoy that growing up as a child, because in my birthday parties, like the time I'm dancing and people spraying money, and I get to keep that as my pocket money. So it's a very common thing in our culture, in every ceremony, not just weddings, but every time there's like a dance session. And we like to do it fresh notes. We don't come spraying old money. So people actually go specifically to the bank and ask for fresh mint notes. I don't know where exactly that came from, but I grew up with that.
How much from that? How much did you get from that?
Guy, I don't know actually.
Know.
It was just all put together.
Because we had some guys who were collecting.
We actually had to assign people because
Yeah.
we knew that was going to happen. So we assigned some people from the bridal team to just follow us around and pick it up.
I will be presenting to her something very precious to let her know not only as our family welcome you, the Nigerian nation has also welcomed you to its community.
Well, I think it hit us something might happen when we were seated down and then the band was practicing the Nigerian anthem. I actually didn't know it was the Nigerian anthem. He just told me, I think my dad is going to sing the Nigerian anthem. I'm hearing the band practicing. So when we were called down, okay, I didn't know. Oh yeah, he said he was going to present the flag to me. It was very...
We didn't know that was going to happen. That was
it was not planned in the wedding at all.
He just popped up and...
It was very, very symbolic. And it made me feel very welcome. Like, you know, not just the family is welcoming me, the whole nation. And they pinned like a flag on me and gave me a flag. And it was the Nigerian High Commissioner or a representative?
A representative.
A representative, of the Nigerian High Commissioner was there and presented that. I found that to be so nice. I mean, I'm being welcomed by the whole of Nigeria. Who wouldn't feel nice about that? Yeah, I found that to be very sweet and very thoughtful, and I really appreciated that.
We had a daughter who had gone to be with the Lord. And I had always believed God that God will give me a daughter when Emmanuel is going to get married. And I believe God that this daughter has come home.
It's actually a part of me I don't talk about a lot. Like people get to find out, probably very close people to me, like know that I actually had a sister. So she has actually been telling me like I'm looking forward to the time you'll bring a wife, so that you'll not be a wife, she'll be a daughter to replace her daughter that was gone. So she was really excited. She'd been really looking forward to this time when I'll get married. So when I got married and brought Helen into the family, she was really excited, like, now she has found another daughter.
I told myself I would give her 3 names. First name, comfort. Men, they are not as emotional as we are somehow. Praise the Lord. The second one, Oromumbo. And the third one, Egunoma.
So, I think it's, as a sign of acceptance. Like, we had, like, in the wedding, like, all the foreigners who came were baptized with Nigerian names to invite them to the community. So, and even as to invite her, and as, like I said, my mom took her as a daughter, who has replaced, her last daughter. So she gave her some Nigerian names as a form of, that acceptance. And the first one was, Momo Orubo, which means I'm not empty-handed. And that she literally was just trying to say, like, I came to a foreign country because we moved to Kenya, and I'm not leaving Kenya empty-handed. All right, so the second name she gave her was Moreni Keji, which just means I'm not alone. I found, another one. And then the final name was Ebung Olua, like a gift from God. Like, God has given. Just saying, like, God has comforted me now that, I got a new daughter.
I pray in the mighty name of Jesus, as our mommy has said, in 9 months' time, we are going to triplets for us in Jesus' name.
When she prophesied about the triplets, my mouth was open. I was like, huh? What? So yeah, that was their own personal vision.
Yes, so to clarify, that is not our vision.
Yeah, we're not looking
and
for
especially not in 9 months.
Not in 9 months. We're looking for triplets. You have to be doing daddy diaper, daddy feed the child, daddy take them to daycare.
Wow, triplets. Hey, wow.
At once, at the same time.
Yeah, and then it's in a foreign land, so you don't even have like helpers. How do you have triplets? Oh my goodness. What? Anyway, yeah, but there are twins in the family, so.
You were a bird, then I'd be a tree, and you will come home, my darling, to me. If you were asleep, then I'd be a dream. Wherever you are, that's where my heart will be. Oh,
she sang the first song, it was sweet and all of that, but then when she did the second song, like it was a shock because that was in my native language. So like, the thought that she went through all of that to learn how to pronounce the words and actually practice the song, I felt really loved. Like I knew she had to do like an extra mile to go through that. So I was really, really touched. Like that was like a really, really loving gesture. So that got me a little bit emotional. Plus it was a sweet song also.
It's a very sweet song. It has a very deep
the meaning was like really, really deep and very touching. So I got a little bit emotional.
Yeah.
Okay, so as a culture in Nigeria, different tribes have different ways they do different things, but especially where I'm from, the Yoruba tribe, it's very symbolic for like a more junior lady to kneel to like older people. It's like a sign to show like the sign of respect, and people could actually get really, really offended if that isn't. So we don't do like handshakes or anything like that. Even if you're gonna be hugged by an uncle or auntie, you first kneel and then they could probably like lift you up to embrace you. So if you're going to greet them, if you're going to maybe like serve them some food, like any interaction you're having with them to show, that gesture of respect, people kneel. And we actually have people who do that to their husbands, more traditional people, as a sign of respect. And for the men, we prostrate. So traditionally, you're actually like really supposed to like lie completely on the floor, but modernly people like you can like just bow your head a bit. Even the kneeling, some people just bend, but normally you go completely down on your knee just to show that sign of respect to the elder ones. Yeah.
And then you have to even talk to your mind to tell yourself, I'm not being oppressed, as in this is actually what happens. I had to do a lot of mind going back and forth to just accept it as a culture and part of the package. Yeah, so it took some time, but I think I won't say I'm quite there yet. I still have a bit of learning to do, but I'm trying. I'm not actually necessarily a very big fan of Nollywood. I was not a fan at all before I met him. Then when now the culture stuff started coming up, I actually discovered you can get some ideas from Nollywood films. Yes, when we gave his parents, and then we decided since we are going to kneel for his parents, let's also kneel for my parents. So we knelt when we were serving parents on both sides.
For my case, I know it's something new to her, and I know she respects me, so it's like you don't necessarily have to kneel to me for me to know that you respect me. Like, I know you do that, so. So that song, it's called Yaomi. Something that we've had in our relationship going, just we sing to each other. So when it was time to like choose like a song for the first dance, so like we should really do this song. It's been like, it's our song that we've been doing. So we did it, and it's the words of the songs are like really, really beautiful. It's saying, my wife, my friend, my source of joy. Like it's a very deep song. Yeah, I'm really a freak for technological stuff. I love technological stuff. So when we're doing all the wedding planners, like, hey, we need to add some technological stuff to kind of make the wedding cool. So there's this app actually I've made it. It's called Live View. So like it's been on. It picks up like live feeds when people take pictures and selfies and tweet it. So I was like, hey. We should get to use this for the wedding. Like since I made it, like I had other users using it, but I'd never actually used it for an event. I got it from an idea when I was at some event. I was like, it would be nice if there's an app that did this. So I made an app for it. And so when it was time for the wedding, I kind of personalized it for us. And we had that. We had screens in the reception hall. And we had people, we're telling people like, take a picture with yourself, tweet a message, and put it up. Hashtag, it was hashtag Emmanuel and Helen. And then the application was picking it up and it was putting it up on the screen. I had many ideas for technological stuff that we did. We actually had Google glasses. We had there was like a tech booth that was staged outside the wedding. So like I did a photo booth app for the iPad. So like I said, instead of doing like the traditional notebook guest book, we should use that. So guests come take like a picture, and then you can write on it and then send it, and it's saved. We have it with us. We had Google glasses that had like our pictures, like the virtual reality Google cardboard glasses. I bought some of those, and we had like a picture slideshow. Like guests could, that was actually passing through the reception at some point. Guests could like look into it, see some pictures of us. I just wanted to do something different to kind of like, you know, show my techie part of me. And then we had like also I had like extra iPads like with our website that was supposed to put at the stand behind, just to so people know that it's a technological person getting married. I mean, but during the course of while we're meeting with like the Nigerian caterer, I had like, you know, some like my best man and stuff following me to sample the food, and he was like really loving it. Our food has a lots of chili, like with all of that. So like I could see him going like, it's very hot, but I'm enjoying it. It's very good. I want more of that jollof rice thing. If it's going to be at the wedding, yes, I will eat jollof rice at the wedding. So there was a lot of. I mean, I've gotten a lot of that. Like over time living here, we've hosted several. Like you said, for the particular wedding, we haven't gotten feedback from people, but we've hosted several parties, like birthdays, where we've cooked Nigerian meals, and we get all of that. Like people like say like, "Wow, your food is," because we cook very spicy. We use lots of spices. So I'm pretty sure people enjoyed themselves with the meal. Yeah. The dowry payment.
Wow.
So that was interesting. So these two things are done very differently. Well, not very, but quite differently from Nigerian culture to the Kikuyu culture. So, so number one, like the family wanted us to come like 3 times. That's the Kikuyu culture normally. So, and then like I have like all my people that needs to be there. Like we live like in 3 different continents. So we're trying to figure out first of all like how do you even make that happen in the first place. So beginning from that moment alone, it was already like a challenge to figure out how this worked. So the traditional part was mainly just we did the whole Kikuyu culture thing because we had different things that we did in my culture, the Yoruba culture. We have a different way. The whole ceremony, we have like a whole ceremony to that, and it's done very differently. The only thing like we kind of incorporated was maybe like the dressing, the way I was dressed. Like I was dressed in Nigerian attire, and we did send like a proposal letter. That's very common in Nigeria. So what happened is you have like this fancy proposal letter that you send to the family, and normally they send you back a fancy reply. I think one major difference is like in Nigeria, like culture specifically, like dowry is not monetary. Like we normally don't pay cash, and the Kikuyu culture, like the dowry is monetary. So that was like a major difference. So like I'll have some of my relatives like, what? Why did they want all this money? I have to go and collect it. And they try to collect all our money. So it's like it was very foreign to them. So like I had to be like also like a migrant to explain like okay mom, that is a different culture. This is how they do the things here. And okay, we found a middle ground and we understood and we all blended in and made it work. But initially there was that like, okay, why this, why that? But somewhere along the line, for the traditional wedding, it was mainly we followed everything that the Kikuyu did. Yeah, I wanted like all this crazy stuff, like the cake I wanted us to have. Like I was like, man, I saw this cake. It was like going to the roof. I was like, we must have this cake. She was like, no, that's too much. I was like, who doesn't want too much? And I wanted like a big limo, like I wanted all this stuff. So we had to meet somewhere. At some point she was like, no, there's all these things you want, it's not me. So okay, I was like, okay, fine, I'll compromise, you know. So I started letting go. I was like, okay, I'll let go of this. I can let it go. And somewhere, we met somewhere in the middle. Yeah. A lot of influence would be from my mom because she was like so excited. She brought the band. She had that influence and a couple of more influence that day. Yeah. Okay, my dad. Well, his influence came in during the course of the wedding. He was surprising us with many surprises that we didn't have in the program. Like he just talked to the MC like I have a presentation, and then he sang a couple of songs we didn't even know he was gonna sing, which was nice. Added a bit of color to the wedding. Yeah.